Hey, my friends and frogs, how's everyone doing today? Everything is going well. I just had a couple of things on my mind that I wanted to share. Um, I have been kind of stewing in my own brain, and I'm not one of those dramatic type people. I'm just not. But I did tell a few people that I thought were my friends that, hey, I'm not feeling good, and the thing about friends is that you really never know if they really are your friends. And how you figure it out is when somebody is like, okay, you tell them you're in a bad mood or that you're in a kind of a low time in your life, and then they don't ask what they can do to help you. And it's kind of annoying. It's kind of, because I waited and I waited and I waited for certain people to be like, hey, what can I do to help? Do you think if you can talk, you can help? It will help, or whatever. But no, that never came from certain people, and that kind of it hurts my heart because I would do it for them. Do you want to talk about it? Do you want to? And we all have this big stigma against the big S word, and I do understand it. I have that has happened a lot in my life. It has followed my family for many years. If not family, just friends or family. I do. If you know me, one of my daughters suffered from the thoughts of the big S word, and then we have a friend of the family that did commit, that kind of thing. However, I think the stigma of it, or the help, someone needing help when they're low and down, nobody knows how to go about saying, hey, you're loved, you're wanted, you're needed, I appreciate you being here. And sometimes it's all they need to hear. Sometimes, a big fat hug and just someone saying, hey, I love you, or I care about you, and I want you to tell me how you're feeling. That is usually all we need. Tell me what you're thinking. Tell me, why do you think that you want to not be here? Why do you think you don't uh, fit into this society? What's going on? And it's never been like that. I would never ever hurt myself. Ever. Never, ever, ever. I would never ever give my children a reason to find me in a position where they feel like they didn't matter. Their lives did not matter to me, because they do matter. And I'm going to be here. No matter how low I get in my life, I would never ever ever do that kind of thing to my children. I would never ever make them question their reasons for being here. That would never happen, ever, ever. But I do get kind of low, and I was never like this as a child. I was very happy. A lot of people would ask me, you're very mature for your age. I would get, do you ever get mad? Do you ever get sad? And I would be like, no. And then I grew up and got married, and I guess that would be the key thing right there, is when I got married, I associated marriage with certain uh, aspects, with certain things that would happen, and it didn't turn out to be that way. And I'm not faulting my husband. I'm probably faulting myself for asking for too much. Uh, Maybe it's a little bit of both. But I love to be funny. I love to laugh, and any other time I would be on here laughing. But right now, I just want y'all to be careful of who your friends are. Make sure, when somebody says, or tell them, if you have doubts, hey, I'm a little down right now. And if someone does not volunteer to help, they don't care. I don't see where they would care very often. Um, these couple of times, these are people that I've known for years and years and years. Not once did they say, hey, can I help? Hey, do you want to talk about it? Not once did they say, hey, I'm checking up on you today. Nothing of that nature, nothing. And that's kind of sad, because you know, like I said, I would have done the same for them. No, 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 no. But anyway, while I'm here, I want to say that it is a good day. I am blessed to be here. I am blessed to be alive. I really, when I get down like that, it is not myself thinking. I guess it is kind of me thinking that I'm less than. Um, but it's something that has followed me for quite a while. I just never felt in place. I always felt different from the rest of my family. I always felt. I know I was loved though. I know I can say, I don't think so and so loved me, but I know I was loved, and I should be happy and respect how everybody else, their differences, and that's kind of hard because when you're in your own head, you don't see anybody else's difference. You see what you want to see inside your own head, but that's how it goes. That's how it goes. Hopefully, I'm at the end of it, and I will be able to be myself soonish. My kids. I'm an empty nester, and I was a very hands-on mom. I remember my kids pitter patter running down the hallway, and they were being like, "Mom, I love you. I just want a hug." And it would be so heartwarming to. I don't know if they planned it. I don't know. It would just seem like all three of them would come at me at one time and be like, "Oh, we need hugs," and it was. I miss that. I guess that's what I miss is that they're not here. They have their own lives. They've grown, and people grow. It happens. And they have their own children. Some of them do. I only have one that does not have children, but the other two have children of their own, and they have to worry about their safety and sanity. And I get it. I mean, I do, but there are just times where I just miss those little hugs and someone telling me they love me and they appreciate me, and it gets hard sometimes. It just, especially when you like lived for your children. I did everything for them. I did, and I'm not being a Megan. I'm not. Oh, I'm a mom. I'm not doing that. I'm not a Meghan Markle. I did what every mother did and should do. It's no big whoop. I miss their voices. I miss their faces. I do have one that stays with me. The middle one with no children. She stays with me, but she can be about herself too. She has a life. She has grown up issues, and she's grown. She don't have to be up at mom all the time and be nice to mom all the time. So there's that. But I wanted to go in and I wanted to touch on how everybody could be friends. I'm Cassie, by the way, and thanks for joining me. If you're here, thanks for coming in. This is Cassie Chats. It's a channel I created after my grandson suggested I do so, and he's a young boy that lives in Alabama. He's really smart, really creative. He has his own channels. There are so many I can't keep up with them. And he records for one particularly, but the others he'll record every now and then. And like and subscribe to my videos. Hit the thumbs up. Hit that notification bell in case anything I post you can be alerted to it. Let YouTube know that I have viewer interaction with my content, and they will recommend my videos better. However, I'm not that great yet at recording. I just had to get on here and just be very, really honest. And that broke my heart that I had to, I would tell this person or that person hey, I'm not doing too good today. I'm kind of out of it. And then, nothing from them, and that kind of people. Sometimes I love people. I love dealing with them, and then it's days like this where I would much rather just smack somebody in the face with a chair with really, really hard legs. But the realization when it does come to you, it's sad because that friendship is now effectively over, and you feel like you're losing something, but you're really not. You're gaining space. You're gaining a part of yourself. Something you don't have to waste. Energy you don't have to waste on another person. So you kind of have to think of it that way. I'm not losing a friend. I'm losing time to give to somebody else that deserves it. I'm giving probably myself time, because I do deserve it. That kind of thing. But I do want you to have a lovely day. I want y'all to get out in the sunshine. I think I'm going to garden today instead of go to the gym. I have a lot of things I really need to do out there. It's kind of cooler. I can't, I won't be scared of snakes so much. I won't be scared of, doing things out there. But I think I'm just going to garden today and stay near the house. I know it's kind of a lazy way to be. I have not had the motivation along with my whatever's happening. I haven't had the motivation to get out there and to get out and go to the gym. I don't know what's wrong with me. I just feel very stagnant in my mind, and I wasn't always like that. Again, I was very different as a child. Very, very different. But I do want y'all to have a beautiful day. I want y'all to find something that you enjoy, find a habit, find a hobby. Make yourself know that you are loved, even just by yourself. Just get out there and find something to do. Make yourself useful. Y'all have a beautiful, beautiful day. And thank you for listening to me. Bye-bye.